So, hi, if you're wondering why I'm like, what? So, I already had this card out because I pulled this actually, I pulled it before the shorts and I showed it. Kick off the party activities and have a great time. And have a good time. Or have it reminds me of, and again, that song did come on, Celebrate. Plan for a joyful future, right? Which is very Leo moon and it's a Leo full moon. And then the reason why I was just making that confused face when it went live was my eyes just got, sorry, my nose is so itchy. So the loved ones in spirit are really coming in. Was my eyes then just got led to the word celebration out of all of those words. And if you want, oh, look, and there's love again. So there's basically celebrations in love. So I'm going to change the title once I'm finished this. And if you want more of this magical synchronicity, which if you're new around here, it happens all the time. It happens so much that you'll actually just not even, you'll not even think twice. It just whatever the saying is, it almost happens too much, but I love it. Look, love. That I just asked for one word when I was doing the prayer circle. I said, can I have one word for everyone? And there's everyone, there's only five people in there. But five, it's a small but mighty circle. And the word love came out. So that is a good example of, you know, 2 days before Valentine's. What more could you want? So, love celebrations. There's the thumbnail. Because I tried to take it before, like what one of you suggested. I think it was Lexi was saying I could do that, but I was fiddling about too much. So, it. And like I said, that doesn't need to be the obvious ones of Valentine's stuff. That could just be celebrate yourself at Valentine's. So take that however it resonates. Um, that was a shit thumbnail. It's just it isn't very clear. Hopefully that's famous last words. I don't know how long I'm going to be here because that might be a bit better. That'll do. I'm freezing. Absolutely Baltic. The heater's on, but it's making no difference. And I'll wait to tell the funny story because it's not that funny, but it's amusing. It is amusing me big time. But I wouldn't expect any less on a Leo full moon, so I'll just give all the wee cards a wee shuffle. So if people actually turn up on this live stream, it's free readings on a Leo moon, which is every month, but this is the Leo full moon, baby, so we need to go big or go home. We've got lots of love cards, which I didn't actually mean, to be honest. I meant to I meant to get the heart-shaped cards, which I don't really think it matters because, like I said before, I read about love every day. So what's the fucking difference? But I have got loads of love cards here, but it's just too cold. I can't be pissing about. It's too cold. The cards are all falling over. So, and like I said, if you missed the memo, if you missed what I said last night, well, it wasn't just last night. I worked out it's from like midday to like mid. It was like 12 hours. I felt physically sick, as in like I could have threw up. It was horrible, and I feel it's got something to do with. I feel it's stuff to do with like the inner union, inner alignment of like just things going on. And like I said, I've been in a place of inner union for a few years now, so it's why I always say for people to just stay grounded with when you think that, oh, when you're in inner union, that means you're, not far off a physical union. Not necessarily. So you've got to stay grounded with that. I think, I think there can be confusion around that. And, I definitely see other people, meaning well, teaching others, thinking that it means that too. But this is what I mean about like there must be something coming in here today about experience meaning a lot because in the one I filmed earlier, which I haven't watched yet, so you've not seen it yet because it's not published, and it might be going in the membership. It just depends. Like I haven't watched it back, but just generally, I'll say it here in case I do put that in the membership. I've said it before, and I say it in the most. I try to say it in the most classy, fair way, and keep everyone anonymous. There is something to be said about experience in any area, but when we're homing in on the twin flame journey, I personally have had quite a few different experiences where, wait a minute, I just want to check this microphone because that'd be annoying if there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to hear me, like, but um, yeah, um, like, oh God, what did I just say there? Yeah, like I've had personal experiences where, like, I've put my ego aside, and there you go, the shadow side. Well, it's not even the shadow side, just Leo is about ego. I'd say like Aries first house energy is ego, because it's your personality. And like I say all the time, if you didn't have a personality, you'd be boring. So own it. Just don't, just it's like, and like Leo is like shine, just don't go OTT because it'd be basically both those things would be annoying. Keep it in balance, but shine your light. If you don't shine, how are you going to help people? Whether that is like your work, you don't show people what you're good at. People are never going to buy your services. Full stop. If you don't share your talent, that's a shame for the world because we've all got different gifts and talents and we need to share them. Leo energy is fifth house, creativity, blah, 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 blah. I could go on and on and on. But the downside is when you shine bright, you share what you're good at, you can attract a hell of a lot of jealousy. People that aren't shining their light or doing their thing, or they've got a job they can't stand, or they're in a relationship they can't stand, or they've got a shitty group of pals, whatever the fucking deal is here. Um, jealousy can come in loads of different places. But what? You just don't shine. You just don't, go for the best relationship you can get. You settle. You just don't get a better job because you're afraid your friends are going to be jealous and turn against you. None of these are good enough reasons, you know what I mean? And you don't follow true love because your family doesn't agree with it. Oh, right, I'll just settle with this. No, like, you do you, boo. Um, but yeah, there's definitely something to be said about, people, obviously that is including me, but like people that have got like a lot of experience on the twin flame journey compared to, and I don't like to compare, but there's no other way to say it, people that haven't got as much experience. And yes, I know people can have experience from past lives and stuff, but I'm talking about actual experience in this life. And also, I just like to stress, sadly, like I know I've spoken to loads of people in sessions where they actually have been on it either almost the same amount of time as me, or some people longer, and a lot of older people, but they don't want to do stuff in public. So what I'm saying is specifically there aren't too many people that talk out in public that have got a lot of experience. So whatever, you know, seems to be wanting to come through about that, it kind of reminds me of like I've said before, like, I carry that elder energy, which has got nothing to do with age. I'm an old soul. It's like, so I'm like a twin flame elder, a shamanic elder, whatever you'd want to call it. I've had loads of other shamanic people actually say that to me in shamanic groups and circles. So yeah, there's something, but basically, to home it in, there's something here about, just making sure that you take that on board, when you are getting help. So it doesn't mean you can't get help from people that haven't been on the journey very long, because as much as like there's people that you've really got to, use your discernment about, there's really amazing people that not only give general messages like myself that will do personal services too, but there's something, just I don't know who needs to hear that, even if it's just one person. I think it is just what I'm saying about the excitement around inner union and the timing, divine timing of like physical unions. It doesn't always mean they come back to back. In many cases, it doesn't mean so. But getting back to what we are saying about that sickness, I feel it was the pull of the full moon, but I also do feel it was about an inner alchemy going on, but also like aligning for union. I think it says on one of the cards. So, which, that doesn't need to mean imminent. Like these, I wonder if these cards are going to say that, but there's definitely something going on because, like I said, I don't get physically sick like that. I can't even tell you the last time. Like that was weird. And if I do, it's usually I'm picking up on somebody else that I'm connected to personally, professionally, or somebody I've never met comes on the live and I'm like, oh, that's how I felt. Oh, typical. Now it's starting to heat up in here. I'm not at the point where I need to turn it off, but now I might start getting. I'm not going to get too hot because it's freezing, but it's getting hot in here, Leo full moon. It's about passion and heat. But what else? So that was weird. But like I said, I've felt better today. So basically the point is I'm a way shower, so I experienced things before. Oh yeah, look, that's connected to what I just said about experience too. it's not about competition or anything like that or comparisons. I really don't like to make it's just about a fact. And that's what they want me. It's a fact that I have been on YouTube since it very came out. And I've saw every apparent twin flame expert, every man and their dog, um, share. And I've seen all the roller coaster of, oh, I'm in union. This is my divine masculine. Like 6 months later, oh, wait a minute, that's not my divine masculine. That was my karmic. And it's, and like I said, it's all just part of different people's unique journeys. And like I said, it provides a lot of learning and teaching moments for all of us. But again, like I said, my prayers, it's horrible for the people that actually go through that in public. But some people I don't feel sorry for because they actually they were hoodwinking you. But some people there are different circumstances where somebody didn't actually realise. But my point is I would always argue how are you making a mistake about who your true twin flame is? Because if you're truly in union with yourself, there wouldn't be any mistakes there. You know what I mean? Like you would, that would be somebody that hadn't actually done that deeper level of shadow work that is needed on the true twin flame journey to actually know that. But like I said, there are unique things that people are throwing, so whatever. So it's just coming through. Again, Leo filming, bringing the drama. Um, what else? I think that's it. So let's just get into this. So, like I said, if you are watching live and you want a card, then let me know and I'll do some free cards. But otherwise, I'll just do some collective messages. And because it's heated up there, oh, and I just looked at the time at 1840, which is 18:04, which means union around here. So, I think I was just going to put thing in the description. Oh, but I can't. The other thing is, and I think this is going to have some kind of weird meaning. I can't find my phone. I mean, I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I don't know why it reminded me of that. But I don't know where my phone is. I mean, it's not lost. It's in here somewhere. And I just hope I've not. I remember there was one day I was actually sitting on the phone as I was filming a video and it called an old friend. How funny is that? And I hadn't spoke to this friend in years, and it was just awkward. But I mean, she knows me, so I just we both found it pretty funny. And it was basically, it was completely meant to be because then something really magical happened in her life days after, and it was just the spirit world were like, right, you know, this is not on. You two need to talk. And again, we didn't fall out or anything. It was just yeah, just sometimes natural drifting happens, doesn't it? But anyway, so um, wait a minute. There's something about proposals here coming in. Okay, right a minute. I need to get that down because I'm just realizing that that's basically so that's not good. That is actually what happened. Like I basically called my friend by accident, and I knew like after it happened, after we spoke, that it was like I thought she's going to be proposed to, and then that is basically what happened a couple of days after. So yeah, there's something again. It's not that wow, is it? When it's Valentine's, there's always Valentine's proposals, but somewhere. But and like I always say, it's obviously not for everyone. But I feel this could even be there's literal proposals, but there's also like I propose we meet up to talk. Do you know what I mean? But as if anybody says it like that, because they're the one. You have already met the romantic partner you seek. Um, yeah, let's just see. That's just so funny how they told me that because I was like, can I say that? But I can because it's not see this happened months ago. And so, people already know that. But it was kind of nuts because that happened like literally it was like I think it was 2 days before she was proposed to. My guides, God, whatever you want to see it, our combined love one and spirit made me lean on my phone. It's so funny. Um, and the point is, this is somebody might be trying to contact you and they can't reach you because the point is that friend had actually tried to find me prior. Now I'm just trying to think what order this happened in. Should been that was it. she'd been texting. Actually, this is confusing. Even when I did have my old number, she was WhatsApping me. Now, I deleted WhatsApp a couple of years ago. I've never looked back. I thought I was actually going to get it when I got my new number. And I thought I was going to get it even just to swap the fucking hundreds of photos I got at my family party when I went to Manchester. But I didn't, I just didn't even end up doing that there. I didn't end up doing it. So I've got all these amazing photos I've shared. Again, I'm bad for that. I've got all these. I'm really good at taking. I'm not going to be modest. I'm good at taking photos at a party, and it used to be great with Facebook and that. I'd be bloody that I would have taken all the photos. But anyway, the point is um, so yeah, a lot. That I think that happened with a few people where people just thought I was ignoring them, and it's like, but like I even said to that friend, and I'll just say here, what's wrong with calling somebody or texting them? I think it's because again, I've got one of my other actual best friends. Like, again, I love all these people, but because I don't use WhatsApp, like sometimes she won't get back to me for ages. She's like, oh, sorry, because it's not right in front of my face. I just forget. And it's like, you know what I mean? It is kind of nuts that we live in a world where if you're not on WhatsApp, people forget about you. Like it kind of reminds me like when I came off my personal Facebook, there were some parties that like I didn't get invited to, and it was because like I wasn't on the Facebook. You know what I mean? And it was and people that said, "Oh, like oh shit, like I've missed you out," because and again I can tell if people are talking shit when they're telling the truth. Like I could tell some people were telling the truth because if like some people there's like acquaintances where it might be like a friend, and like if they were going through their Facebook thing, oh yeah, totally, I would want her to come. But it's like my friend, whereas like if you're not on that, so I can see how it does happen. But what the way I see it is like I didn't have acquaintances. If I'm important enough to someone, they'll find a way to contact me, and that's so I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's really coming through there. But yeah, so we've got boundaries. You need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or won't allow. So there's a lot of energy with this full moon about that, about be clear about what it is that you will or won't allow with your boundaries. Get clear on your boundaries now because we go into Mercury in Pisces on Valentine's actually on Friday. And Mercury in Pisces is beautiful. It's very, actually, it's great for Valentine's. It's very romantic. It's very like true love energy. But the shadow side of that is confusion, illusion, like, yeah, trickery. So again, you've got to pay attention for like karmic stuff because a lot of my dreams have been very insightful. I mean, I get visions all the time, hence the name, but it's kind of like I was just saying that in the membership there, like some of my dreams have been like a real heads up about karmic energies coming back to distract and confuse masculine energies, but perhaps even some divine feminines as well. So again, I don't feel it is going to be the divine feminine collective that get led to me, but I always like to just say that in case we're attracting new people and you are somebody that's newer at the journey and you're getting a bit confused because my divine feminine collective are very like me and you're just kind of like you're a bit confused as to why anyone would be confused as a divine feminine about who's my divine masculine. I honestly don't get it. Like, I mean, I empathize, but I'm like, yeah, it just, throat chakra. I can't say, wow, that's probably energies attacking me that don't like what I'm saying, but it's true. Like, masculines get confused, but divine feminine does not tend to get confused because as a divine feminine, you need to stand strong. You need to stand strong in your sovereignty. And, it reminds me of the kingdom spouse energy, kind of like, you need to pray for this person every day and battle the demons and the spirit. So there isn't really any room for you being confused about who your person is. That's not really the twin flame journey to me. Magnetic connection, there's a very strong pull and intensity that draws you to this person. Again, with that confusion illusion energy, be careful. Is that karmic and there's some kind of pull to somebody and it's like lust and it's kind of exciting, but it can turn out toxic in the long run? Or is it like a magnetic pull where it's like there's still that lust and sexual pull but there's also like an uncomfortable like why is this person like in my energy field all the time? Because it's your twin flame, because they are a part of you. That's why. There is a difference. they are the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So that's what I mean about for a lot of people that tune in to me, like you know who your twin flame is. It's your shadow. Love your shadow. Accept and work with the flaws in yourself so you can learn to accept others as they are. And basically, when you accept yourself as you are and love your own shadow and come into inner union, um, it gives your divine masculine at least a fighting chance, is the way I'll put it. Because I'm not going to say, oh, they'll turn up. Like it's not quite like that. It's divine timing. So, it's nobody going to come on, guys. Like free cards. There's nobody going to come and hang out because I'm not going to hang around here for very long because I'm just a bit. I'm like, I hope that I'm just hoping that that sicky feeling doesn't come over me. Like I said, I've not heard it all day and I've been out for a walk and everything, but is that the very soon? Fucking is. The very soon card's grabbing my attention. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Very soon. Yeah, there is. Very soon there is some unions that are happening. Like, because there's nobody's chatting right now. Let's see. Oh, I was gonna wait a minute. I think I can. Yeah, I can edit this and get. I was just gonna post like the booking link. Not like for right now, but just for like. It's just good to basically do that to remind people. But it's free cards tonight, basically. So if people do want a longer sort of reading, I can do donation, but I don't know. I just my energy is kind of weird. Like I said, it's not like not feeling well. Although yesterday that's what it was. Like I literally did feel like I could spew. Um, it's they just don't want like so. For instance, right? Like so, my client I was meant to be working with will watch this at some point, I'd imagine. Um, I had to cancel, and I never do that unless I really need to. But like I had to cancel. It's not. It was rescheduling. It's just pushing back to next week. I had to reschedule my client because I felt that sick. I was like, I couldn't. There's no way I could be present. Um, and particularly when it's therapy clients, it's really important that you do recognize that because that not. I see all my sessions like a form of I mean, it's not low key. It's therapy. It's not therapy basically, unless you're actually doing counseling therapy with me. You're not. But again, even hypnotherapy has the word therapy in it. Do you know what I mean? Shamanic therapy. It's all therapy basically. You know. But what I'm trying to say is, when it's somebody that I'm working with week after week, I'll teach that to my clients as well. That it's important that you recognize if you don't feel well, you don't need to come to the session. Like, don't feel like you have to be perfect, kind of thing. Because I'm not either. And so it was just quite funny that it was a lesson for me that like that's okay. Like I didn't feel it. It never really happens very like again, it basically never happens. Um, right. I'm just going to post this before I forget. So, oh, it all fits. You've even got room for emojis. Right. So that's just a reminder that if you're watching this live or on the replay for most people, that is the booking link. I mean, it's on all the videos and I post it all the time, but I'll not be back to the Zoom sessions until Tuesday next week, but I'll be working like Tuesday through Friday as usual because there's no kind of water when it's the water moon weeks. Like no, like last week, it was like it felt like I hadn't done a video or anything for ages. But yeah, so like I said, it's all the calendar should be right. So um, but anyway, so. If you would like a free card, speak now or forever hold your peace. Why is my head chopped off in the shot? Let's just move this back a bit. I wait a minute, I'm gonna have to put some more. It was freezing in here. Absolutely. Like I said, it's because I hadn't been here for a couple of days, but it's like it was freezing in here and it's starting to heat up now. So maybe there was a frosty situation in a twin flame dynamic and things are starting to heat up. Cringe, but that is what came to mind. Or they're about to, but yeah, I had to get that because it was fucking freezing. Um, It is cold here today though. I think it was maybe something like 1 degree, but it was, or -1, but it was actually -4 because when I'm walking by the sea, like it's a lot cold. But I think it was actually just -4 even when I wasn't by the sea. So I might be talking shite, like, but that's what my weather thing was saying. Um, I better not do. Does anyone else do that? I always put my mug on the side of the couch, which is really risky. Like, basically, if my nieces were here or that, like, or I'm sure those of you that got kids and that, like, whether they're yours or like, family or something, you wouldn't do that. Or I'd imagine you wouldn't because it's kind of, it's quite dangerous, isn't it? But like, I'd fucking do it all the time. It never falls, but you shouldn't really, because on a full moon, it's probably likely to. I suppose it'd be for your entertainment, me burning my ass on the live, but and you'd be like, Claire, how did you go to ass? But I mean, it would fall and it would literally go bass. So like, I think let's put it here. So, um, right, that's the bits and bobs for the mic. So let's just put that there. But yeah, basically, if you'd like a free card, you're gonna have to let me know because I'm not a mind reader. I know it might feel like to some people I am a mind reader. I'm not. I am extremely psychic. God talks to me every second of every day, 24/7. It can get a bit much at times, but don't stop because I love it. I wouldn't want to be any other way. Um, but yeah, synchronicity and serendipity follow me around everywhere. So if it doesn't follow you around everywhere already, it probably will after you've watched this or if you hang around a lot. So I wasn't going to go with the Mother Mary deck, but I've picked them up and started shuffling. So wait a minute. Sorry. Sorry, my nose is so itchy, as you can see. Why is my head chopped off? Have I moved this too close? Let's move it back a bit. Move closer, just a little bit closer. Don't know the words. Yeah, got my blanket as well. That was Renee reminded me because she was like, you need a hoodie. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but it's like, I was like, is that like a hoodie? But it was like, I think we call it a slanket. But you can Google it. I had to Google it, but I've got my cozy blanket. So. Right, Mother Mary card for everyone. Give me a Mother Mary card for the feminines, and then a Mother Mary card for the masculine. Mother Mary card for the feminines, and the masculine's feminine side. Our Lady of Innocence. Have compassion for the mistakes you may have made. Oh my God, I kind of said something like that at the start, didn't I? Even if you weren't as skillful as you would have liked, you did your best in the circumstances and learned something valuable. It is time to let go of the judgment of yourself and others. I know what this is about. This is what I was just saying about less experienced. I get it. And the memories of being judged and shamed. You're worthy of your life. Be unafraid to live it with all of your heart. So I definitely feel right. So again, if you watch from the start, and if you didn't watch the repeat, if you want to, it's always an invite. But you are watching. You're just saying that, like, with what we're saying is just be aware of that. You don't need to judge it too much. Just be discerning for yourself that not everyone, basically, not everybody knows what they're talking about on the twin flame journey. There's no other way to say it. I'm just going to say it like that, right? But it doesn't mean that they're not helping people with good intentions because I've seen that all the time lately and over the years where it's somebody meaning well, but they just might not know as much as they think they do, right? And it's kind of like, but there's something here about because that says like, let go of the judgment of yourself and others. Because basically what I said in the video earlier, if you see it, if I don't put the membership, was I've even had some um interesting or questionable experiences on the receiving end of, and again, this was years ago, like I said, I don't talk about things unless they were at least sort of like 2 years ago, like plus. And it's anonymous, and but I'm not like, and maybe it's because I do similar work where it's like nothing's an exact science, mediumship, psychic stuff, it's like that's why it says on, like, most people's general stuff, like, take what resonates, leave the rest, all that kind of shit. Time with the nature of timelines. The one bugaboo that I've got is, just be very, very discerning if anybody ever says, oh, this is likely to happen very soon. I suppose not that one, because you can sometimes feel if somebody's, but no, I would, no, they're saying I would be, like I said, I can say it on a general, anyone can say it on a general because it's timeless. When somebody's doing a timeless reading, um, it's timeless. Like it might seem like it's quite soon, and for some people it might be. For some people it could be a year away, 6 months, 2 years away. You just don't know. On a live, it could feel even more urgent. Actually, I think it could feel like it's even more urgent on a live stream for some reason. But even when you're watching recorded ones, it could really feel like, oh, this is going to happen soon. And when it's your story too, because like I've said before, I've found some amazing general channelings that it was my story to the point where I'm like, that emoji, like, please stop telling my story. These details are scarily like, too, like it's just, yeah, just too many details, right down to what I do, little synchronicities about me personally, things about my twin flame. Like there's just, it's wow. Like people's ability to tap into other people's stories are amazing. Again, I do it every day too. But what I'm trying to say is, even when I've found things like that over the years, this could be a long ass time before that manifests. So let it go, whether it's my stuff or other people's, right? So I feel they're just wanting me to give a bit of that kind of elder wisdom here about with the best way of kind of like delivering it in a less sort of shady way. But it's just a fact, that just remember that everybody's timelines are different. So be mindful of receiving that, but also be mindful if you're delivering, if you work and similar for your job, that, you don't know the timeline of things. Like I've said before about like, I remember one woman said to me, I joked about this in the video earlier, so I must be better to say it again. But it was like something wasn't going to happen for, well, it was a long time, put it that way. And also that like I'd be like with someone else and have a couple of kids of that. And I'm like, look, I said it in the video earlier and I'm saying it here. Guys, I'm getting on. Do you know what I mean? I'm 41 in a couple of months and there's nobody else. And I'm not exactly going to fit in another couple of kids or something else. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like it's how on earth the women got that I'll never know, but it's all I'm saying is it can be quite concerning sometimes when you see like the same people kind of getting a lot of accolades, a lot of attention. Doesn't mean they're not good, but like that is true that so again, nice person, but let's move on. But um but yeah, the point is I've had other experiences. I could go on and on and on, but I'm not gonna because I don't really want to. But the point is it's like oh god, they are totally flooding me though with all these different experiences where again it's like somebody's looking the part and looking like they know what they're talking about, but I'm being shown all the ones that they were all the things they said were not right. It's either that something wasn't right because of the things that then transpired in my life, or it wasn't right because then the person themselves actually turned out to not know what they were talking about. Like yeah, so let's get one for the masculine. But like I said, anyone I've ever had help from, I've actually have learned a lesson from from all of it. It's kind of like me myself. Like whenever I've had somebody, which unfortunately for me happens a lot because, like I said, having a Leo midheaven, which actually this full moon is like conjunct, like right now. Um, if you know anything about astrology, I attract an extreme amount of jealousy with that placement and my Pluto in the 12th house. It's hidden enemies. So a lot of it, I have to be so discerning because I get people that are like, "Oh, you're amazing," and sucking up my ass, and the next thing you know, they're sticking a knife in, whether it's personally or professionally. So it's a miracle I even allow anybody to get close to me. Basically, being real. Um, but um Yeah, like I said, it's I can even see when people have, and I'm talking about when people have went really dark towards me. It always teaches me a lesson. Like there was one of the last times that that happened to me. It was kind of crazy how, although the behavior towards me was all I'm going to say, it was unacceptable, and it was so unacceptable that I couldn't really care less how much of a dark time somebody's going through. Like again, I'll always pray for them to not be in that. I don't need to be in the receiving end of that kind of abuse, and because it's and it needs to be said, that's boundaries. You can't. You're nobody's emotional punching bag, and there's everybody's. I mean, because like I would say, like how does that person not know that I wasn't going through stuff of my own? Everybody's going through something at some point. So it's but like I said, I can understand that some people are have their own issues and everything, and but anyway, but moving on. The point is like I even learned from that because it made me put my boundaries up even tighter. That it's like, right, yeah, I'm not just letting anybody talk back and forwards willy nilly like I'm their best pal because I'm not, basically. Again, and that's coming through really brutally, but it's probably the boundaries card. Like, it's I'm flattered and I'm honored and I'm humbled when people feel close to me through this screen or the Zoom screen. But the fact of the matter is, like, this is a business and it's my creative skills in it, but it is a business and people do need to remember that. But again, like I said, 9 out of 10 people do not only remember that, they respect that. And it's really fun around here, which I wanted to be on a Leo full moon, but I do have to stress that, as the channel grows and then just for what I said about how much experience I've got, um, I just looked at a card that said quiet blossoming. Like, I feel a lot of people can go under the radar, not just myself. Like, there'll be many other people out there that have got way more experience than some of these bigger channels, big, shiny, glitzy, you know, big fonts. And like I've always said for years, for the past 10 years of working in public, don't be fooled by big, glittery, fancy websites. I've had people that go away and pay people thousands of pounds to get a website done and all that, and, all this kind of stuff to only like circle back around and be like, I've wasted all this money like on this person or getting a session with that person, and actually, you know, it, my guides keep showing me that I need your help, and it's like, what I'm saying. It's like it's happened loads of times, and again, you don't need to feel bad about it. I just seem to be that person where people kind of circle back around to me. So, like I said, it's probably to teach me forgiveness because before I wasn't always so forgiving. Again, you know what I mean? It's like, well, I kind of was, but what I'm saying is, I've got a shadow too, but I've healed my shadow more and more as the years went on, and that's what I'm saying is it's like, it used to irk me and really fuck me off more, but now it's like I'm more chill about it, and I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? People can't see. That's it. And the song came on earlier was I Can See Clearly Now when I was getting ready. So I posted it in the community tab. It was along with there's really hilarious synchronicities that have happened today, which I was just like, you just cannot fucking write this shit. But I'll talk about it more when there's more people. But if more people come, but it's a bit quiet around here. So give us a Mother Mary card for the Divine Masculine. And this is the feminine's masculine side. This is like all the stuff I spoke about is like nothing like what I thought was going to come through. But that's the nature of being an open channel. I just show up. So, Our Lady of the Rose Crown, you are crossing a threshold in your life, Divine Masculine. You have been readying yourself for this, likely without fully realizing it. It can take. I'm done. Sorry, am I going to be. Right, I'm going to read the whole card if I can even get through it. It's exactly what I've just said. Exactly. Because again, I'm just the messenger, right? To reiterate, if you've just joined at this point, we can watch from the start. I've basically been saying, or they've been saying through me, like a good inner union, being an inner union doesn't mean a physical union is like right around the corner. Far from it. I'm a divine feminine that has been in an inner union for a couple of years now, right? Possibly even longer than a couple of years, but I mean, at least a couple of years. And it's kind of like, because there is still lessons to learn, basically, right? And there's divine timing. But um, I also feel that this is like some of the divine masculines that you've been getting prepared for the union of a lifetime, like your twin flame union, and you didn't maybe even realize it, and everything's clicking into place. Right, anyway, I'll try and read it all. You're crossing a threshold in your life. You've been readying yourself for this, likely without fully realizing it. It can take years of preparation to approach such a point on one's path. Our Lady watches over you with all knowing tenderness and fierce protection. Only what you need shall come to you. Spiritual testing shall give way to deep peace and sacred fulfillment. Right now, I'm dying to pull this card apart. So, it can take years of preparation. That is definitely connected to when I said there does need to be respect for people. Again, I don't like saying the twin flame community because I just don't consider. Again, you can be in it if you want. I mean, some of you will be because if you're watching other people talking about it, you're in it whether you like it or not. And actually, it means I am too because I watch other people too. When I'm not doing other stuff, like I said, and like a lot of the time, there'll be some days where I just can't fucking keep up with it. I'd love to watch some of the people I really like videos, but they're putting out too many. And again, that's like some people say that about me. It is funny, but like, and again, like what I said the other day, don't judge people that put out one video a week or um or some people churn out like loads of star sign ones or people that do like um loads of recorded videos in a day or loads of live. Everyone's got a different way. And some people, like my personal astrology, I've got my Aries sun sits in the house of Virgo, and Virgo's about what you do every day. So I am meant to show up every day in some kind of way. And even if I'm in my quiet era or hermit mode, that means that my shorts can count. You've always got a shorts to watch. And actually, I slacked because I hadn't filmed I had to film just with my hands the last two, but then I caught up today. Do you mean because I'm usually quite on the ball, but there's something coming through here about you don't need to be perfect, and you might be getting guided to slow down. And like I didn't do a video last night because I couldn't. I felt like I was going to throw up. Um, but yeah, don't judge that because I've seen sometimes that before where people are like commenting on um people that put out loads of videos opposed to people that maybe only put out one or two. And like that again, I don't judge that because I know for myself because I'm one of the ones that puts out a lot of stuff, and there's lots of other people that put out loads of stuff, and then I like equally someone that might just put out one video a day or a couple or something. We're all guided to do different things, so whoever needs to sort of take that on board. But yeah, it can take years of preparation. The true twin flame journey is fucking years of preparation. Some people get dealt a really like bad hand of cards, but like I say all the time, there's something really coming through about this has come through loads before, but I feel there is that about um. I mean, I've not seen anybody saying that for ages, but I have caught over the years where, like, there's if people have been on like known they're a twin flame for like 15, 20 years and stuff, but they're still not with their twin flame, that's got nothing to do with not doing the shadow work, not healing the codependency, not having good boundaries. Not for everyone. For some it will. You could actually have paid attention to all of that and it's just not divine time. You could actually be like um quite an important union to the vibration of the planet. And like again, this is just coming and it's like it wasn't meant to happen until a certain point, like when there's a huge shift in energy. So again, that's another thing, whether this is like again because it feels like it's some. I just don't know who's tuning into this, so it feels like this is just to be mindful of when you're watching other people say stuff like this, or maybe blogs. There's written stuff out there in that too, or like I said, for all I know, there could be some people watching this where you teach about it too. So it's just to be mindful of all of this, that you can't always assume that it's because somebody hasn't got good boundaries and shit like that, because it's not always the case. Um, Our Lady watches over you with all-knowing tenderness and fierce protection. And again, although that's talking about Mother Mary, who I work with very closely, miracles, that's why miracles happen around here all the time. That is I feel that's talking about when the divine feminine's watching fiercely protecting over the union and the energy, and that is what you do as a divine feminine. So in order to do that, you have to crystal clearly know who your divine masculine is. Otherwise, you're just taking the stab in the dark. Oh yeah, whoever my divine masculine is, I'm praying for them. You could do that if you're new to the journey, but if you know what I mean, you need to know who they are. Um, Only what you need shall come to you. Spiritual testing shall give way to deep peace and sacred fulfillment. So that's the Divine Masculine's card, remember. So Our Lady watches over you with all knowing tenderness and fierce protection. Wherever your Divine Feminine is, if you don't feel like you're getting fiercely protected in the energy realms, I'm not sure that's your Divine Feminine, my friend, male or female. Right, let's see what else is coming out for the collective. General messages I'm just going to chuck out because nobody's wanting a card. So if you want a card, let me know. Charisma. Love flows to you. You radiate charisma and charm. So again, wherever the Leo is in your chart, that's given. That's to to go with the Love Island lingo. It's giving charisma. Somebody that's somebody that's working with the Leo energy in their chart. It would be somebody that was very charismatic. Now again, you don't need to be a Leo sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever. You could have it anywhere. Like you've heard me say, my Leo is in my midheaven. The midheaven in Leo is specifically, it is about being in the spotlight. It is about being seen. It doesn't need to be having a YouTube channel, but it could be that I'm a good florist and I own a flower shop in the local community. I don't like that I've given that example because it's reminding me of It Ends with Us. But anyway, um, so somebody unfortunately might be in an abusive relationship out there, an abusive karmic relationship, because that's what that film's about. But you know what I mean? You'd just be getting a lot of attention for being good at something. Um, and again, I don't even get a lot of attention for being good at something, do I? I get some attention, thank fuck, or I wouldn't fucking be here. I'd be talking to myself. But do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're doing something different. So it's shining, standing out for doing something different. Relax. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. This card came up on one of the shorts, or it came up, must have been in the shorts. I feel this is about, when you're with the right person, it doesn't matter what you're doing. And again, I've given this story before, but it reminds me of I was having a conversation once with one of my best friends at the time, and um it was about being out in the rain. And it was because, again, this is anonymous, so this could literally be anyone, but it was because she had got caught in the rain with her boyfriend at the time, and they got soaked and they were miserable. You carry the bags, they were soaked, and I think then they, maybe they're like, I don't know if I don't know if they literally. No, I don't think they done this. I think this is what Ash said. And again, bear in mind, I only gave this input because my friend at the time was sort of, you know what I mean? Like that's what you do with your friends, isn't it? It was kind of like, it was like it was a realization because again, this was years ago, and like I said, this could be anyone because I had like fucking 16 best pals at one point. But um I mean, if the same friend tunes in, then obviously she's going to know it's her. But you know what I'm saying? But actually, maybe not. I think I've had this conversation with a few people. But the point is it was like I don't know whether they actually did run into a coffee shop or whether that's like basically I'll share what I had said. Hi Charlotte, how are you doing? Happy full moon. Would you like a card? Because I'm going to get around to that at some point. But whatever ended up happening, I think maybe they didn't even do that. I think maybe it was just kind of like they ended up arguing and it was a bit of a shitty end of the day, and it was just kind of it was basically it all stemmed from being caught in the rain, um, and then ended up arguing and stuff like that, right? And however it got on the conversation, I remember saying like, but because I think she was maybe questioning the relationship. Well, no, not maybe, definitely, right? So I'm laughing because I'm laughing at others. I'm thinking of what else we were saying. But it's kind of like the wisdom that I'm taking from this, because I must have been shown it for a reason, was that was one of the little things that was adding up to someone being like, this is not somebody for the long term. Because I was like, do you know what? Like, I think I maybe said something like, do you not think if you were with the right person and you were in love, that like if you got caught in the rain shopping, that you'd just be like, oh fuck's sake, and you'd like run in a coffee shop and like kind of sit down and laugh and put the bags down and that, and and you wouldn't give a shit because you're with your lover. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not always like that, guys. I know I'm fucking saying it like it's like fucking, the perfect, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, providing everything else was all right in the connection, getting caught in the rain, shopping shouldn't be adding to a big, massive argument. Watch this. I'm actually probably channeling some people's experiences here because it's a full moon as well. But the whole point of that is, you know, um, yeah, that was just my take on it when I was listening. I was like, God, I'm thinking about if I was, and again, I wouldn't be out shopping on a Saturday or that with my boyfriend or my husband or whoever the fucking hell it was because I can't stand that shit. But what I'm saying is, as if I was out doing something like that and I got caught in the rain and I had to like, and I'm with my true love, I wouldn't really give a shit. I wouldn't really care what I was doing as long as I was with the person I wanted to be with. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, but maybe that's because I've went through so much in my life that I'm just so grateful for the smallest of things. So like huge thing like that would be a huge thing for me. So I get however that fits. But find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. That's what flooded in with me reading that card. Um not not meant to you didn't mean to hit the sleepy button. Well, maybe some people are in that mood. I'm surviving between full moon rage. Oh dear Charlotte, sorry to hear that. Sending you love and prayers if you're open to it. Again, all full moons have that explosive energy to it, but because the full moon is in Leo and that's fire, it's passion, which can also be anger. It's it could be in there. And also actually, Mercury planet communication is in the very last degrees of Aquarius, expect unexpected. So that's quite kind of eccentric, wacky, unexpected communication as well. But it could be like unexpected arguments. So it could be it could be quite electric. That's, I know why they make me say this. So again, I was waiting until at least somebody came, and it might just be me and you, but I thought of all the times for that to happen. Basically, yeah, so I said the other day in the shorts that like my hot water was off, and I did kind of I couldn't really work out, is that going to need an electrician or is that going to need a plumber or is that, I think it'd be one or the two, and I can't always really work it out here. But anyway, I didn't really want to face it at the time because I couldn't be arsed. I was tired, and I must have foresaw maybe I wasn't going to be feeling well. So anyway, it was fine because um, like my mum and dad don't live far away, so like I've got a bath at theirs and stuff. And but basically, so I sorted it today, and well, I didn't sort it. I looked at it to see, and I have to take all this shit out of the cupboard and look at the boiler and everything. And I was like, nah, this isn't something that I can do, because like again, I'm not an electrician, and I'm not a plumber, and I'm not, and so, but you know what I mean, I'm not fucking stupid either. So I can work out what things I can do for myself, and I can work out what things I can't. But I kind of thought full moon and wheel fire, quite explosive energy anyway. It's not wise to muck about things you don't know about, right? And so anyway, I was on the phone to the person that was kind of like, help me. And I went to press this plug, and it didn't spark any, but it made a funny buzzy noise. I thought, nah, I'm not fucking touching that. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? I trust my intuition. But I just thought it's hilarious that it happens on the full moon because it's just always, there's always a fucking story with me. Like, even when I get away from putting out other people's dramas and fires, right, in my personal life, I'm always putting out a drama or a fire through my work, right? Because I'm always helping people with quite heavy shit, or helping them with their creativity and their fun and their gifts and stuff, right? Um, which I actually feel my work's going to go. I feel I wouldn't be surprised if, like, yeah, if there are still people going through dark, codependent addictions and toxic situations and karmic stuff, then they are going to send them to me, right? But I get themes of for people, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're pushing me more into like the theme will be more helping people with their psychic gifts and all that kind of stuff. Although I am doing that all the time, but the point is yeah, I just thought feel filming. It's just, yeah, there's gonna be some kind of drama here, but it's all good because it's it's my it's the older guy that I know that I get on really well with that will be coming to help me with that. So I don't need to worry about any kind of drama there. But but yeah, like I said, it's just funny, like astrology is so real. Like and also it's serious what I'm saying. You shouldn't really muck up, you shouldn't play with fire. That's not a Sam Smith song. Playing with fire. I think it is. I wasn't wanting to fucking play with fire very much. Thanks very much. And like you said, there's other really funny synchronicities about, yeah, about putting a call out to an electrician. It's sometimes there's crossed wires, in the energy realm. Sometimes that can get confused in the energy realms and the physical material. Careful, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it, and it might be the wrong one. I suppose that's the message. I had a I had a plumber out today for my banging pipes. Charlotte, there's something sounds a bit wrong about that, but okay. Why are your pipes banging? Your pipes are having more fun than you or me. um, right, let's see what else comes out here. Right, so, but yeah, I did just find that quite funny because like, what happened literally. So, like I said, it didn't happen on the field. I noticed 2 days ago, but today was when I needed to face the music. And like I said, I got all the shit out of the cupboard. I looked and I'm like, that's not a job for me. No. Know your limits. Destiny. Look at for fuck's sake. Look at what's just come out when I've just said all of that. Destiny. The reunion with your twin flame is a destined event, which you have no idea when that's going to happen. You might think you know when that's going to happen, but whenever you think it's going to happen, it's not going to happen then. It's going to happen when you least expect. And I've already said that. Wait a minute, that could be the thumbnail. You can't read it. That's not the thumbnail. I'll just do a wee bit more collective, Charlotte, and then I'll do your cards. Carlet, I'm calling you Carlet today. Would you like a card about love? Bearing in mind, right, that's why. So it's because it's the downloads that matter to people. But I was given all that chat about be discerning because they're going to make me do it tonight. Because, like I say all the time, I read about love every day in the recorded videos, and more so than not of late, it's been live streams, right? But I just like to stress, and I might not say on every single video, but it seems like I do. If I do read about your love light tonight, if you ask for a card, keep in mind everything that I said. When you're listening to me, when you're listening to everyone, I don't care if the person says this is for the week of, you know, the 12th. I mean, it's, what I mean, whatever. It's the 12th today. This is for the week of the 12th, or, whenever the Monday is usually. Um, it's not. It might be for some people, it might even be for you, but it's not for everyone because we're all on different timelines. People just do that on YouTube because the algorithm likes the months, it likes because I've only just realized that too. Like, I probably should put February and shit in the title, but it's like the algorithm likes things like that, or it likes the star signs. I just don't really like to play by the status quo, and it does make life a wee bit harder. Like I've said before, if I wanted this channel to grow, although I'm not even sure it still would because I get so shadow banned for telling the truth. Um, I could just put DM to DF in every title, like the DMs going for an ego death. Every day there's a video about the DM going for an ego death, and yes, I'm sure in fact, I'm certain I've even put that in the title this week because it did come through the cards. But it's like it's because that is a collective theme that what I'm saying is if you put DM to DF or DF or DM, it does put you in algorithm more. But it's just I don't know, I didn't even want to do that. It annoys me. I don't know why it annoys me. It just annoys me to do it. But um but yeah, so like I said, there might not be anyone that wants that. But if you do want me to read about your love life, I will do that. But as long as you take that on board, and like I said, in a personal session too. But my personal sessions don't tend to be about people's love lives, believe it or not. It is usually about what is going on with you in your life, because that's really what the swim flame journey is about. Secrets. Something is hidden from you. Someone isn't being truthful. Ooh, we got a shady one. It was bound to be on the Leo full moon. Do you know what I'm noticing with these cards as well? It's quite interesting that the background of quite a lot of these cards are like It's like an empty scene. It's like two pillows and nobody's sitting there. Quite interesting. Whatever you get from that, use your own intuition. But yeah, something is hidden from you. Someone isn't being truthful. So let's go to these cards. So again, this could be someone isn't being honest about their feelings for you, or this could be someone isn't being honest about a hidden life, a double life, a hidden family in some cases, a hidden marriage in a lot of cases, a hidden girlfriend, boyfriend, maybe both in some cases. Again, I was about to say I'm only joking. How do I fucking know what people do out there? But let's see. What is being hidden for whoever that's for? That feels like it might be homing in on someone's situation. Yeah, it's not too juicy. I mean, it will be for some folk, but I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. Who the fuck is that? That's probably the wrong electrician. Where's the? Oh God. Oh, it is. Shit. Can I call somebody when I'm on here? Do you know what? I'm going to mute this. Honestly, this is just. It's really funny. Oh, sorry. I'm just having a little bit of fun. I'm having entertainment out of this. Um, right. This is important. So I am going to need to. But whenever somebody calls, it is like I better not have answered that. Okay, I know that guy really well, so it's fine. But and like, thank God, because I'm not really keen on when it's people I don't know because I just am it. Right. Right, guys. So I kind of, I'm sorry, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this synchronicity. I'm going to need to go because the electrician's coming. So true story. Like I'm not shitting yet. I'm just he's not an electrician, but I think it's going to lead to the electrician needing to come. So that's quite funny. So he's going to be 10 minutes. I could just do this until the buzzer goes actually. Um, but yeah, so it's like when someone's like a jack of all trades, like he's going to check it out, and then if it needs to, then the other guy will need to come. So right, let's see. So, but that won't happen tonight. I'm sorry, but I did kind of feel though. I felt like he's going to need to come tonight. So right, so full moon drama going on. Right, so what's the divine feminine want to say to the masculine? You're so loved so much, and I can't wait to show you. I'll do your card. I just remember that. I know you want to contact me. Follow your heart and do it. Oh my God, that's quite exciting with energy. Um, sorry, I just want to laugh. If you only knew all the other things that have the what I had happen last night was so magical. I'm not telling anyone that until put it this way, it was something I lost quite some time, like a long, long time ago, and I just serendipitously found it right at the full moon, which is my favorite full moon. Um, so some of you might, if you've got a good memory, you might actually know what I'm talking about, but don't guess it if you do. But it was wow. So I will share that when the time is right. But um, right, Charlotte, let's see. What will we get for you? Oh, wait a minute. I just want to pull one more of these. What does the masculine want to say? The feminine. So sorry, guys. He'll not be here long. Like, yeah, literally, like I just said to him there, like, you're going to probably fix that in 2 minutes. But oh, look, I'm still on the phone. That's hilarious. There's a delay that delay. Why am I? That delay seems too long. That delay seems too long. My plumber called me when he was 10 minutes away too today. That's fucking weird, isn't it? I mean, let's face it, Charlotte, you and I both know why this is not the weirdest thing about this. Again, it's so obvious, but I'm sorry, I'm giving zero fucks. Like, everybody fucking knows anyway, so not everybody, but even if you don't, I think you can fucking guess. I'm numb. When I feel dead inside, your love lights me up and I can breathe again. Sorry, that's not funny. But that goes with it. So praying for anyone that's feeling like that, but that goes with all the songs I heard earlier that I posted in the community tab. I want to apologise. I need your forgiveness. Well, fucking do it then, says the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Right, so um glad they're getting to you sorted, but they're quite but they're quite late on it. You know that the guy that's coming, we get on really well, and he wouldn't want me hanging about. Wait, because again, not having any hot water, that is quite serious. But like you said, my mum and dad live close. I mean, I can't even fucking always run at mum and dad's. There's something about codependency there, probably. Right, let's get. But let's face it, it is pretty handy, that they do live that close. Um, what have we got for Charlotte? And then I'm just going to have to end it here. And there was nobody around anyway, so sorry, guys, you missed out on your free cards once a month. Maybe that's a message in itself that I'm, not meant to be doing that anymore. I'm only joking though. I would still do it because I already have made it once a month. Just a bit of a shame people aren't here. After the wee doggy leaves tomorrow, if I've not got a client, I could come back on, but don't hold your breath, basically, because I'm feeling like I just want to. I was just going to really give it my all today, and actually, once he leaves, like I'll maybe film the I'll film the weekend stuff and that. Like, so anyway, because I'm not wanting to do anything on. I'm having a Galentine's to myself on Friday. Right, give me Charlotte's card because he's going to be at the buzzer. And also, that's so funny. He always sees me in my jammies, so he's gonna be wondering why I'm actually dressed. But I have been outside today. But that's really funny. Um, Emotional freedom. So emotional freedom, Charlotte. There's something about. I feel that is about expressing yourself. But remember, on a full moon, everyone, it's not the best time. Your emotions are on high alert, so it's good to just let your emotions settle. Anger, sadness, joy. Well, not joy. Let the joy expand. But you're just everything's been illuminated by the full moon, so it can be quite heightened. So sometimes that can be a good thing. I suppose in a declaration of love, it's a good thing. But if it's anger or sadness, or you might say things that you don't mean, and then so let your energy settle. Luminosity, but let that light shine, because look at what I just said. That's the guy from the garage's twin flame. So, and remember the guy from the garage, I say that because he's holding roses, and and that's really kind of connected to Valentine's because I think it looks like the guy is ran to get a last minute bunch of roses at the garage. Let's find them. Um, but yeah, Charlotte, I feel there's something here about letting your light shine because it's sorry to be so cringe and Leo full moon, but it's true. Yeah, look, the guy from the garage, Twin Flames. That's a shit deck. Let's get a different. Let's get one from here. So this deck is kind of aimed at like not a shit deck, but I'm not feeling it. Expectations. Have realistic expectations. That's hilarious because I was just about to say that to you, Charlotte. That basically this deck I feel is aimed at people that are in union. So, but this is that your message. Oh, there he is. Right. See you later. I'll come back and turn it off. Wait a minute. Hi. Oh, yeah, he doesn't actually want to do this.